Not the Nerd O'Clock News. Autumn 2019. The facts as I know them are not facts, but theories. Thus, the following fantastical, known non-truths are founded exclusively upon fragments of fruity fiction, and any similarity between their respective narratives and entities within the realm of reality is purely coincidental. iPhone's third eye. Following an avalanche of brash predictions, bogus leaks, and clickbaited self-righteousness, Apple's iPhone 11 was finally unveiled at the company's annual September event in three contrasting forms: the plain, the pro, and the prohibitive, with each housing the same fundamental components, not least a 13th iteration of Apple's proprietary ARM-fabricated Bionic system-on-chip processor. Additional discrepancies between this incoming trinity and each member's respective elder eluded cursory glances. Screen real estate and resolution were identical in every instance, though upon close inspection, the chassis of the two premium models were a shade stockier, and constructed from surgical-grade stainless steel, with a tactfully textured coat of matte glass on the rear. The contrast ratio of their shrewdly rebranded Super Retina Extreme Dynamic Range displays had been doubled, whilst the battery life of all three incarnations had also been improved. Colours, meanwhile, were as vibrant and varied as autumn leaves, and included Hammer Horror, Onyx Ode, Satin Supreme, Primrose Delight, Hospital Waiting Room, and Romero Mauve, especially for those who desired smartphones sporting the same pallid purple skin tone as a flesh-eating zombie. Beyond that, upgrades focused entirely upon transcendental optics. iPhone 11 Vanilla inherited the dual camera setup of the XS and the XS Max, but with the latter's telephoto shooter replaced with one boasting an inaugural ultra-wide perspective. The 11 Pro and Max were also blessed with this broader panorama alongside the primary and telephoto snappers of their forerunners, with all three cameras capable of shooting video simultaneously and cinematic stabilization supported in ultra-high definition. The iPhone 11 Pro's novel triple vantage point provoked a mixed reception. Many hailed it as a remarkable innovation that would enable them to dispense definitively with their bulky DSLRs. Others condemned the move as a crude and desperate attempt by Apple to dumb down the market with a universal solution, intended to coax professional content creators with highly customized setups to surrender their scope and versatility to the golden delicious demagogues' terminally centralized ecosystem, whilst a very small minority believed that this third camera had been introduced because when all preceding smartphones were held horizontally, their dual lenses resembled the eyes of Proteus, a malevolent supercomputer which featured in Donald Cammell's 1977 film adaptation of author Dean R. Kuntz's horror sci-fi novel Demon Seed. Influencers of the age were unanimously desperate to vent their views. Here are some acutely abridged summaries. Max, just call me Max, not to be confused with Max Tech, loved them, especially the cameras. Max Tech, not to be confused with just call me Max, loved them, especially the cameras. Jonathan, spread the Apple love, Morrison, loved them, especially the cameras. Unbox, spread the Apple bitterness but then just go ahead and buy it all anyway therapy, loved them, especially the cameras. Can you sense a pattern developing here? Linus, my grinning face in every thumbnail and here's a word from our sponsors Sebastian, loved them. Then he liked Google's Pixel 4 more, but then he preferred the iPhone 11s again. But his real favourite was the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, until he went off that too and started using a Samsung Galaxy Fold. Oh, for heaven's sake, man, just make up your mind, will you? Stop spinning in the prevailing wind of prohibitive smartphone technology. Some of us have to use actual money to buy these things. $5,000 worth of mobile phone in a month. Come off it. Marquez shoot every selfie video in 8K red code raw Brownlee. Loved them, especially the cameras. Rene, Prince of Apologists Richie, loved them so much that several people who took the time to read his review died of old age. Austin, hey guys, this is Austin Evans, loved them, especially the cameras. Long-time New World Orchard activist Justine, iJustine is Eric, loved them, especially the cameras. Leo, Apple blacklisted me, so now I have to invest my personal wealth in every smartphone ever released because my wife Lisa commands it. Laporte, loved them, especially the cameras. Dave, 2D, puts MacBooks in a freezer Lee, liked the cameras, but then carried on using his iPhone SE. Zach, Jerry Rig Everything Nelson, smashed them up. And Lewis, number 1 on Apple's most wanted list Rossman, was so busy moving premises to escape hordes of Tim Cook's murderous blue meanies that he didn't have time to compose a review. But he would have probably loved to hate them. We will be telling you some more about that rubbish in a moment, but first, I need to talk about Apex APN, actual private networking. You may have heard of virtual private networking, VPN. Well, now you can actually have actual private networking. Picture the familiar scenario. You've endured a whole morning of blogging, vlogging, selfie snapping, influencing, trend-setting, or exhaustive unfriending, and decide to take a hard-earned break at your local coffee establishment to indulge in some toxic armchair critiquing over a flat white. Trying to be discreet, you subtly slide your faithful 31-day-old iPad from a luxury Hermes holdall and swipe its sparkling retina-powered home screen upwards to begin. But hold up, you're connected to the local Wi-Fi hotspot. Didn't you notice that shady gentleman perched on the bonket in the corner, trying to look even less conspicuous than you? That's not a MacBook he's using. That logo is as fake as a false friend request from a phony Facebook account. Well, it might not be, but I highly doubt he's editing the latest episode in a series of videos about dating skills, life hacks, or social awareness. No, that man is most definitely a devious hacker and using a gamut of sophisticated software utilities to monitor and intercept every nugget of exploitable data that originates from your device's oscillating antennae. Usernames, passwords, credit card numbers, and pictures of your half-nibbled cherry Bakewell slice are all visible and valuable to this fraudster. Damn, you exclaim, I knew I should have paid extra for the cellular version. Pray, don't fret, for Apex APN is here. For just $9.99 a month, you can experience all of the alleged anonymity afforded to you by virtual private networking with the added benefit of it being actual. In coherent terms, it's like having an infinitely long periscope which tunnels across towns, cities, countries, continents, and even oceans, eventually popping up to commence all internet activity in a location of your choice via one of our swift and wholly secure Super Scythe V1 Plus servers. Unlike all of our rivals, who can only virtually guarantee your exclusive anonymity, we actually guarantee it. Not one sliver of expendable data shall ever breach the boundaries of our watertight infrastructure. The dedicated IP address we assign to you can never be traced back to your ISP, because only we have that information, and we're never going to tell it to anyone. Never. 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 All of your personal browsing history, tracking cookies, and advertising IDs are perpetually and systematically deleted, and never sold, circulated, or backed up by our staff, even though they may still be by most of the websites you visit, whose servers we have no control over, and whose policies we couldn't possibly vouch for. Our rivals make the same claim, but they are liars, I tell you, with no interest whatsoever in preserving your privacy. What happens if they merge or go out of business? That's not ever going to happen with us, because we're competent and we genuinely care. Why, only last year we were targeted by a group of malicious and highly organised Ukrainian cyber-terrorists who somehow managed to expunge our website's 1024-bit encryption and attempted to seize control of our servers. Do you know what they found? Nothing! Because we deleted everything! No. Of course it wasn't a staged theft to corroborate our claims. How dare you make such accusations? That would be illegal! Hop along to apex-apn.com.org.net and set up a special concessionary monthly subscription of just $9.99 a month, available for 1 day only, which we will auto-renew for your convenience. But no. Don't do it just yet. You're still in the coffee shop on public Wi-Fi, remember? You don't want your payment details to be stolen. Go back home and use your own connection. And if you're still concerned about security, why not check out Apex Scrambler, our brand new virtual credit card service for just $9.99 a month. We promise to protect your personal financial data and guarantee that it remains as anonymous as that shifty man in the corner. Apex Scrambler allows you to create a unique phantom credit card for each and every one of your online transactions. These fictionally flexible friends offer transparent functionality but keep your actual source of payment a secret from the merchant. You can also attribute standing orders or pre-allocate funds to specific cards, ensuring you neither overspend nor are overcharged and that your valuable details aren't hijacked in the event of a cyber attack. It's exactly like having a normal credit card and bank account, only it costs $9.99 a month. And there's another 3 usernames and passwords to remember. And if you're paranoid about passwords, why not check out Apex OmniPass, our brand new password management service, for just $9.99 a month. We can provide you with a swift, efficient and wholly secure method to take control of those laborious logins. Use Apex OmniPass to auto-generate passwords based on our revolutionary algorithm developed using state-of-the-art neural networks and in association with 101 chess grandmasters. Our passwords are verified by over 500 independent experts, including professional software coders and leading freelance hackers, to be more random than any human could possibly devise. You can also use Apex OmniPass to construct a virtual vault to accommodate all of your existing passwords, then secure it with a randomly generated master password longer than a yet-to-be-discovered prime number, which you'll need to request from us every time you need to log into your favourite website, thereby rendering the entire concept utterly pointless. But it's a fabulous way to pass the time, and how much safer to have all of your precious passwords housed in an encrypted cloud-based receptacle that even our very own utterly trustworthy employees can't access than to rely on a piece of paper or your failing memory. No, putting the piece of paper in a thermite-proof safe won't work either. What if you lose the combination? What happens if your home blows away during the night? Or burglars break in and just nick the whole safe? Besides, you probably don't even have a safe, do you? No, putting them in a password-protected file on a USB thumb drive which you then gaffer tape to the underside of your toilet cistern won't work either, because I've just given that trick away. Now everyone will be doing it, and it will be the first place that even a rank amateur robber thinks to look. Sorry, but we simply can't risk the general public reclaiming responsibility for problems they're either too lazy, busy, or stupid to resolve themselves, or we'd go bust. Apex Remedies, specialising in the revocation and commoditization of basic cognitive skills for just $9.99 a month. This video was brought to you by
nothing!